Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Say Yes Anyway podcast. I'm excited for today. Okay. This was actually me doing a workshop, like a masterclass for an event. And I want to share it with you. I want to make it public. I want to share all of these amazing things. And this is really that space of being able to know how to be the most aligned. So then that way you can fulfill your purpose. You can increase more cash flow and not do things from a place of burnout. And so I'm really excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, we only have about 2 weeks left until the mastermind closes for any new people coming in. We only have 2 spots, and I want to make sure that this is for the woman that is ready to expand her life and her business and to not create from the old version that she was 5 years ago or 6 months ago, but the version of who you are right now, and also to really go towards where it is that you are going with incredible like-minded humans. If you are a woman that is desiring to expand your business in new ways, you desire to maybe it's start a podcast or write a book or create courses or retreats or speaking or whatever may have you, this is your time to shine. Maybe you're in a place of rebuilding your brand and you want to be the most aligned version of yourself where you are just so obsessed with your life and your business and you're making an impact in the world from your story because you are worthy of it. Okay. So please contact me. You can go to Jess Dahl _ on Instagram, or you can go to my website, jessdahl.com. You can send me an email as well, Jess Dahl or jess@jessdahl.com. And all right, let's get into this episode. Hello, my name is Jessica Dahl, and I'm so happy that you are here. You are here because you believe in yourself, and I believe in you. If nobody told you today, you are in the right place. And no matter what part of life you're in, whether you're in transition, whether you're thriving, whether you're looking to heal from burnout, whether you are wanting to expand, whether you're pivoting, whatever the place may be, you are exactly here on purpose. And so, my goal today, I hope that you would feel empowered, that you would feel like anything is possible, that you would feel that you could become fully alive, and that you don't have to come from a place of burnout. You can come from a place of alignment, and maybe not from the version that you were 5 years ago, or maybe even 6 months ago, but to really invite the version of you who you are now and where you're going, and the possibility of where you're going. So like I said, my name is Jessica Dahl, and I am a purposeful business coach and life coach, and I love life. I love people. I also have a podcast called the Say Yes Anyway podcast. I have written a book called Lead Your Whole Life. I'm a speaker. I have a nonprofit called Wholeness Journey, where we go and we do service-based wellness retreats, where it is a place where you can learn to really fully love yourself and be of service to those in need, those that have been affected by human trafficking. So all in all of those things, of course, I share. And, at the end of the day, I'm a real human. I'm a human just like you. I have a lot of hardships. I have a lot of amazing things. I have a lot of successes. I have a lot of great friends. I also have had a lot of really painful things. And so just that heart to heart of I am just like you, in maybe I'm a few steps ahead of you, maybe maybe you resonate in some sort of way, but I also just want to connect that again, like no matter what place you've been in, I understand what it's like to actually lose my health completely. And my doctor tell me that if I do not change my entire life, then I may not live. And so needing to change my whole entire life around holistically and what that looked like. And I've also had my apartment burned down and be displaced. So I know what it's like to have absolutely nothing and to have to rely on community and people and support. And I also know what it's like to be raped. I was raped when I was 21 and, shoved it down for about 10 years, not telling anybody. And then, of course, the body keeps a score. So things pop up and had to go through a massive healing process. And the good thing, though, is now I can help others. And I have gone through not one, but two business best friend breakups. And those were like divorces. And so I understand what it's like to be going after a business endeavor and or something really powerful and meaningful in a dream, and then have to pass that off and have to no longer be friends with those that I started certain things with. I know the heartache that it takes. Um, and I also have gotten hit by a car where a drunk driver hit me and it stole my whole life. I had to restart my entire business. I was in physical pain, mental, emotional for well over a year and a half. And I was at the place where I needed to ask for donations to even be able to pay my rent and buy groceries. So I share all of this not to be like, oh my gosh, woe is me. This is because sometimes when, we introduce ourselves and we share all of these amazing things that we've accomplished, a lot of people don't see what's on the other side. And each time I have had a choice. I've had a choice to let myself get taken out by all these hardships, by all of these things. And each time I've had a bigger vision of, no, I know that my life is made for purpose and I'm going to continue forward. And each time I've had to reinvent myself with who I am. I've had to learn how to come fully into alignment with who I am now, not the old version that I was, because each time you go through something, whether it be good or hard, And also, I'm about to get married. So that's a whole other beautiful thing, right? So there's a new version of ourselves that get to come out. And so I hope that, I mean, maybe you see yourself in my story at all, maybe you don't at all, but just to let you know that I come from this place that what I'm about to share with you today is simple, yet it is transformative because it has allowed me to be able to have that resilience and be able to also know my worth, that I am worthy no matter what has happened to me. And I'm able to pick back up, have that vision, go back in with full clarity and alignment and passion and purpose, and continue to impact all the people that I'm created to impact. And so if I can do it, I believe that you can do it no matter what season or part of life that you're in. And we can really have that expanded life. We can fully live in alignment and in expansion. So I am going to share a few slides with you. Definitely take some notes. Make sure you have a water, whatever it is, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So here's I share this part of my screen. I want to get into a few things that are I can totally nerd out about, like the body, the mind, the brain, the emotions, all these different states. And the first thing that I want to bring to mind is all about the reticular activating system. So if you guys have ever heard of the RAS, reticular activating system, this is like your brain's filter. So whatever it is that you believe, that is what is going to, your brain is going to focus on. You're going to start seeing so much more of that. And I like to envision it kind of, most people think that, say you're walking down the road and you visually see something, you think that your eyes are telling your brain what to see. In reality, it is the reticular activating system, your brain, that is telling your eyes what to see. And so it can be like you and I could be sharing the literal exact same experience. Say we go on a trip and we are hiking and all the beauty around us, and there's people and there's languages and whatnot. So we could talk about our day. You could see something totally different than what I see. And that's the reason the reticular activating system, the RAS, is filtering out what is important to us. So no matter what in your life, you will begin to, the thoughts that you keep thinking, you're going to be thinking again tomorrow, unless you're able to stop yourself and notice what it is that you're thinking and then retrain. So the job of the reticular activating system is to decide what's absolutely important and only bring that to your conscious awareness, because our brains can actually only have a small amount of what we can actually consume. Well, whatever we consume, it sticks. There's only a small percentage. So same thing, like I was saying, like maybe we're walking down, the same street, and I notice a certain person. You might notice a certain shop. Then I notice, the sun is out, and you notice there's clouds. Like it's so incredibly different for each one of us. And if our reticular activating system didn't work, we would be bombarded with all this information and we wouldn't be able to actually put real tangible thoughts or words into anything. There needs to be a clear focus. So why is this important? Because I even put a couple examples here. Whatever you focus on, you see more of. So like that example that I'm sure you've heard of, if you buy a red car, all of a sudden you start seeing these red cars everywhere. Not because there's more of them, but it's because your brain now has tuned in to notice. And similarly here, if you believe I'm not good enough, your reticular activating system is going to highlight that evidence and start to confirm it all over the place, because that is what your reticular activating system is starting to believe is important. And then, and like on here, if you start to shift to, I'm ready for aligned opportunities, your system is going to start drawing attention to people, to resources, to doors, to things that match that focus. So this isn't about just like kumbaya manifesting, having your eyes closed. It does take work. So if you're in a season now that, maybe you are desiring a bigger expansion for your business, for your life, for your health, you have to be so incredibly aware of what today all of your thoughts are. How are you viewing the things in front of you? When anxiety comes, how is it that you're intaking that? And what are you doing for your health, for your mental health and your emotional well-being? So, like I said, you can start to do it with daily things. It starts with the awareness, and I'm going to get more into that in just a moment. But if you really do desire something different, you have to retrain your reticular activating system to tell you what's actually important. So if you notice that you do, like I said earlier, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy of, the opportunity, or you're in imposter syndrome. Oh, that person does it way better than me. Like, why should I? Your brain will really think that that's true. And you need to start stepping into that place of, no, I am ready for these aligned opportunities. I am worthy now. I am, stepping into that. And it's not like coming from false positivity. It's really retraining the reticular activating system. So then that way you start seeing things that way. It's like pessimism and optimism. You can, talk to somebody and they see an opportunity. You talk to another person and they see a destructive thing, and there's no possibility. So you get to choose who it is that you want to be, but you have to do the work to retrain that reticular activating system to believe the things to start, bringing in your conscious awareness, what it is that you actually do desire. So whether that be more cash flow, right? Whether that be that you want to feel worthy, that you want to love your body, that you're healing, that you have the most ideal clients. Like, there's things that your brain needs to start healing from and coming into a new attunement. And when you start taking action, because we're all about aligned action, then once you start retraining things, you have to actually do the things that are in alignment with those new beliefs, those new thoughts there. And that's where your focus will go. Your thoughts will focus that direction, and your aligned action will focus that direction. But otherwise, if you notice, a lot of times you can have great intentions. Oh, I really want to do this. I really want to do that. But your reticular activating system and your subconscious is running the show. And that's because you have not given yourself enough evidence with taking aligned action to show yourself that it's possible. So we're going to move on to the next. Now, I created this aligned methodology. Definitely take notes on this. It's simple, but it's also very effective. And this is because of all of the things that I was telling you from the beginning, stuff that I've been through, that I've experienced, also while building businesses, nonprofits, coaching people in their personal life and their businesses. This is stuff that I found that myself, as well as other people, really, really, really needed in order to be the most aligned version of themselves and their business moving forward. Now, align. So it's an acronym. A for awareness. You have to get so incredibly clear on your current reality, both in life and business. So if you're not clear on it, the thing is I always think about how it takes just a tiny bit to be able to drift off. If you're going down this path, it's kind of like, do you ever have those moments where you are just headed down a path and you like don't even remember how you got there because you were either daydreaming or like whatever it was, but you just got there and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I even get here? So there was this just non-intentionality. You were just kind of like floating through life and you arrived. And the same kind of thing for a lot of people I hear is, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I got here. Like I didn't even want to end up here. And that is because you did not take aligned action. You didn't take the time to bring awareness into where you're actually currently at. And is that in alignment with where you want to go? So a few questions here. And I go way, way, way deeper when I'm working with clients or in my mastermind. But here, this is great. You can start with what parts feel out of sync? What is draining to you? And this could be, again, this is your personal life, your business life, maybe relationships. Maybe there's a business system that's just not working anymore. Maybe there's clients that are draining, Then going to the second, what values, passions, and strengths are you currently honoring and ignoring? Yeah, what are you honoring? Are you celebrating who you are? Are you celebrating the strengths that you have? Are you the values that you have? Are you living out your values? Or are you ignoring your values? You're going to feel out of alignment if you really actually care about something specific and you're moving in that direction. If you're not honoring it, there's going to feel like something is off. And then where are you settling or striving? So, maybe you're settling for a client because you are in a desperation and they're just not the right fit at all. Maybe you are striving and trying so hard to become that speaker, like all the people that you see that you admire, and you're just like, you're striving, you're doing it from your ego, you're doing it from this place of, I want, rather from this place of rest, from this place of alignment, from this place of non-ego, this place of just your fullness, your authenticity. So, and you can tell the difference. And then where are you settling? Do you have a dream that is way bigger than what you're living right now? And you're just settling for basic, or you're settling for good enough? So you want to ask yourself and be totally aware of your current reality and think about where is it that you even want to go? So, and before I move on to the next one, I do want you to even think about that. If you haven't thought about where is it that I want to go in my personal life and business, this isn't necessarily even like a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. This is also energetically, who is it that you want to be? Do you want to be an empowering person? Do you want to be an inspiring person? Do you want to be, maybe you can ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave? Like maybe you want to have children, or maybe you do have children, and maybe the legacy is that they would be the most loving, kind, generous humans. Are you being that example? Is the way that you're living your life currently, are you living that currently right now with where it is that you're going? Maybe it's your business. You have a dream of creating a whole global community around the world. You desire, to have online and in-person communities and start a podcast or whatever your next level is. Are you doing the things right now? Are you embodying that person right now as if it's going to come? You're going in that direction. So you need to ask yourself that, because that alignment is taking the steps now of who it is that you want to be in the future. You become that person now. You embody that person now. And we can go way deeper another day too. So the next one with the aligned methodology is to listen and live. This is where you want to go inward. This is your inner knowing. And you also listen to the external feedback while you're living your life now, not in the past or into the future, right now. So the thing is a lot of people do not go inward. that's actually where the creativity is. That's where you know that you know that you know. There's so much just external stuff that, input that you just keep getting and getting and getting and getting from all over the place, whether that be books or podcasts or friends, relationships, mentors, the internet, just noise. And all that stuff is good. Believe me. I mean, I'm like addicted to podcasts and reading and personal growth and all that stuff. Like, I'm the first to say it, but I also have to recognize fully when I want to go on a walk and I'm like, let me just put my podcast in to learn more and remind myself, oh no, listen to my heart, listen to my spirit, listen to what my inner knowing is telling me right now. And the more that you can listen, the reason that I share this is because our lives are always shifting. We are not robots. We are human beings. We are to be. We're not called human doings. Yes, we do things on the planet, but we are human beings. And so you need to understand how to listen to what's going on, because there's going to be moments in your personal life and also in your business life that is maybe sharing with you, ooh, that person is not the best to partner with. Ooh, that's a little bit too much. I need to slow down. Ooh, that feels like a good opportunity, but is that the best yes opportunity? And you really will be able to learn that when you know your inner knowing so deeply that you can trust it without a shadow of a doubt. Okay. And so a few questions here. Are you listening to your intuition or just the noise of trends and other people's expectations? Again, what I was talking about. Otherwise, you're just going to be like everybody else. You're going to sound like everybody else. And that's not who you're created to be. You are you. What's your business telling you through results, client feedback, and challenges? So earlier, I said the external feedback. That's also how you want to listen. And so listen to the reality of, are your clients really getting results? Are your clients telling you something? Like, what is it that they love deeply about you, or what it is that you have to offer? What are the biggest challenges that you face personally and in business? And just start noticing maybe there's some themes for you. And then the other one here, how does your body, mind, and heart feel about your current work-life integration? So you can ask yourself all of these questions in the listen and live. Next one is intentionality and integration. So this is where you need to get so clear on your intentions, that this is all about marrying your personal purpose with your business goals. Okay. So it's not, a lot of people say that you have to find this balance in life. You do not, there's no such thing. I think that it's a bunch of bull crap. I don't think that balance exists. It's all about integration, because there's going to be times in your life where you need to focus a little bit more on your marriage or your relationship. Maybe there's going to be time on your kids. There's going to be another time on actually building your business. Maybe you need a little bit of time to focus on your health and healing. Like, there's going to be so many different things that come your way as your life expands and as you continue to shift. And you have to be able to integrate really, really well, but it takes massive intentionality. Knowing what does success mean for you holistically, and what is currently making you successful or not. So your definition of success is different than my definition of success. And my definition of success is different than someone else's definition of success. So for you, you have to decide what that means. But I put holistically here because you are a holistic being. Your business is not separate from you. You are not separate from your emotions, your mindset, your body. Like, it's all integrating. Your life and business go hand in hand. So I don't want you to start thinking of like, I'm this way when I'm here, I'm that way when I'm there. You want to embody and align with who it is you really are, and figuring out what success actually means to you, and then deciding, am I being successful right now or not? And then what would make you more successful? Okay. And you can change your mind. That's the thing. The good news is our lives shift, and you can change your mind. So you don't need to think, oh my gosh, I have to make a decision for what success means and not be able to ever change it. It's not that intense. Next one, how can you build strategies and habits that truly reflect your values to integrate into your whole life? So, what I was saying even earlier about your values, you have to be so incredibly clear about what those are. And then through that, once you know your values, then you're able to create strategies and habits to help with those values. What boundaries and systems will protect your time and energy? You know, that's also a personal thing too. All boundaries are different, whether that's an energetic boundary, whether that's a physical boundary, whether that's with clients and boundaries, whether that's systems that will help your energetic process, systems in your business or your personal life, whether that be morning routine rituals or evening routine rituals. There's systems in our lives that help protect your time and energy. And it's actually really, really good. For example, I normally don't hop on client calls until after 10 a.m. Some people, I don't mind, like whatever you want to do, but I protect my own energy the very first thing in the morning because that is my sacred time. Okay. And so you have to understand what are some things that you have to make sacred for yourself in order to be the best version of yourself for everyone else. The next one is growth. First off, I'm a little extra, and I believe that if you're not growing, that you're dying. And so you have to commit to evolving your skills, mindset, and leadership. And here's the question: how can you improve, or where can you improve or pivot in your business to create more impact and joy? Now, impact and joy, is that growth? Absolutely. The more that you can impact other people's lives, wow, you get to grow as an individual. The more that you can exude joy. Are you kidding me? That joy stems from the inside. That is a growth mindset. That is a growth life. So understanding as you continue to create your business, how can you impact more people and how can you have more joy? Because you will be more aligned and feel more like yourself if you're in that place. And we're also designed to help others. There's actually a thing in us, and I'm sure that you relate, that whenever you help somebody, whether it's, oh, I'm buying this person a sandwich, or you're helping a friend out, or you just donated your time with some organization, you feel so much better. So understanding that making sure that you have impact a part of your life is huge. How are you learning from failures and feedback? How are you learning? Are you one of those people that doesn't like to take feedback? Are you afraid of failing? These things, it's just giving us information. It doesn't mean anything bad. Where you should be is even asking your team. If you have a team, ask them how they're doing. I do a review with my team twice a year, and they are the ones, a self-evaluation, and they tell me how it is that they feel like they're doing, and also feedback for the entire business, for their role, everything. It's amazing. And it gives me so much, such an opportunity to be able to grow as a leader, because I'm listening for this feedback with no ill will, no agenda, besides understanding how we can grow as a team and individually, myself as a leader. What growth practices, learning, coaching, reflection, all the things are you prioritizing? Because if you're not growing, you're dying. So what are the things right now in your life? And that can change, maybe one season you're getting a certain certification, another season you're getting coaching, another season you're getting therapy. Maybe you blend them together somehow. So just understand, but you need to know how it is that you're growing. And then the last one here is nurture. So we want to create sustainable support in your life and business. And this is by nurturing who you are and your business. What daily rituals help you recharge and stay energized? That's different for everyone. For myself, I tell my clients, you can do at least something for 1 minute a day. And I love something physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So those 4 pillars, if you can do that to recharge and stay energized, whether that's 1 minute of stretching, 1 minute of working on my reticular activating system and going through my thoughts, as well as new affirmations, new rewiring, emotions, like how am I actually feeling, doing some deep breathing, breath work, and my spirit, whether that be talking to God or praying or reading my Bible or journaling or, getting in nature and listening. Like you can do 4 minutes a day, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I swear this stuff helps so much. And you choose what rituals work best for you. Who is your community mentor, accountability partner? You need support in your life and business. And so you have to think about who's around you, who's supporting you, who is a part of that whole support system, that skeleton. So then that way you have exactly what you need to move forward with where it is that you really want to go. Okay. If you don't have anybody now, you need that. That is like a must. What tools and automations can help you scale without sacrificing your well-being? So, I mean, whether that be in your business and you don't want to do things a bunch manually anymore, what type of automations are there? What type of email marketing is there? What type of, maybe you at some point hire a VA, maybe you have an intern or an assistant, or all to say these things have helped me so much. So then that way I don't have to be thinking about a million things. There is help and support, but systems can change. Just remember that as well. As you pivot, as you grow, as you try something, whatever those tools and automations are, I have shifted all the time, and it's okay. Now, I want to share this with you as well, just because this will help you stay in that alignment. Setting goals that are really important to you. But what I found is humans actually need these kind of goals. So not just like, okay, I want to buy that house. That's my goal. Or I want to, like just coming from like a whatever place. This helps bring it so much more intentional. So the being goals, I know I kind of talked to you about this already, but there's this sense of being where humans need to feel free and alive. They need to feel like themselves. They need to feel we are those human beings, right? So who is it that you want to be? I ask myself that question every single day. And if I write, say I want to be empowering, great. Like I set goals based off of being an empowering woman. What does that look like? Oh, well, when I hop on this call with this person today, I'm going to make sure that my biggest goal is to empower them. When I show up for this masterclass today, I'm going to make sure that everybody that I'm speaking to feels so empowered. Like I really hope that you feel empowered, and that is my goal with getting on here. And that you wouldn't just take this as inspiration, you would be able to find your own aligned action. Then we have connection goals, to connection to yourself, to God, to others. How do you want to connect deeper with yourself, God, or others? So you have to decide that. If we're not intentional with setting these type of goals, we can just go on this path and wonder why we feel alone, wonder why we feel isolated, wonder why we feel like nobody understands. Then we have our purpose goals. This is each of us has to do something that we care about. The pursuit, there's something about the pursuit of going after something that matters to you. So thinking of why will it matter? And you have to go all in with this passion that sustains your purpose. So just thinking about what are those biggest things that truly matter. For me, a big thing, I mean, is female entrepreneurs, and for them to be able to know that they are worthy, that they can make an impact in the world, to like fully be able to empower them. Also for those affected by human trafficking. I have such a fire and a heart for that I am like, okay, my goal is this, that I'm going to go and help and use my nonprofit for that. So you have to ask yourself that and be very intentional to move forward with that. I already talked with you kind of about growth, but there's the growth goals. So you have to also be able to step into the growth goals. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop that. I hope that you learned a lot there. And also the way to be able to really bring that all together is to connect your being goals with your purpose goals. So once all of those connect, then I mean, that's where the magic and the expansion happens. So that's why I wanted to bring in how to be more aligned, how to take And then once you know the alignment, once you know who it is that you are now, not the old version of yourself, and you know the goals of where it is that you want to go, then you can take that aligned action. You can connect to them. You're like, okay, I know that I want to be, like I was saying, I want to be this empowering person. And what does an empowering person do? One of my goals is with my mastermind group. Amazing. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and make sure that they have, this kind of encouragement. They have this kind of business tool. They have this to feel completely aligned and empowered to take aligned action in their life. That's how I'm going to take action. That's how I know that that's the aligned action I'm going to take. And when I'm so intentional like this, I'm authentic. I'm fully me. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be like that person over there or that person or whoever else. I'm fully myself. And guess what? All the right people come. All the right people want to purchase. All the right people want to be a part of the community. All the right people want to come on a retreat. They want to, listen to the podcast, whatever it is. But you have to be in that alignment and you have to be moving because energy loves motion. You have to be moving in that direction and then people come. So when we talk about even cash flow, if you're like, how do I even bring in more clients? Are you even aligned? Are you taking that aligned action moving forward with who it is that you desire to be? Even if you don't fully feel like it yet, you have to start stepping into that. Okay. And so what I would say to do is go through this again, or if you took notes, go ahead and write, all the things down with the questions that I said. Like I said, this is the basic part that you can do, but you can get started now. And then really think about who it is you are now and where you're going and start to align those and start creating action steps for you today. Okay. So I really hope that this was helpful. I hope that this is something that you can, again, just start doing right now, because it is going to, no matter what season of life you're in, no matter the pivot, no matter the hardship, no matter if you're in expansion season, also make sure if you're in a massive expansion season, you feel very successful. Also make sure and do this work too, because the amount of people that I work with that come to me that say they have everything. They have all the money, they have all the stuff, they have, all the tools, they have their business is thriving. And then all of a sudden they feel like they want to burn it all down because it's not truly in alignment with who they actually are. And then they burn it all down and then they have to recreate, who am I now and what do I want to create? So I want you to really take this, I don't like the word seriously, but take this with intentionality. There we go. Be very intentional with going through this process. And I promise you, you will feel so good. You will feel so alive. You will feel more expansion. You will feel joy-filled. You will feel that anything is possible. You'll make more of an impact. You will be obsessed with your life and your business. And yeah, you can also find me on Instagram, Jess Dahl with an underscore, DAHL_. You can find me at my website, jessdahl.com. You can look at my podcast, Say Yes Anyway podcast. But feel free to connect with me. I would love to hear how this workshop went for you and what questions you may have, and here to support you. Okay. Thank you so much. And just continue to go live that amazing, thriving life. I really hope that this was so incredibly helpful for you. And again, also that you wouldn't just take this as inspiration, but that you would really run with it to be the most aligned version of yourself and your business. You are here to create such incredible things because you have such you are a creative being. You are so talented. You are purpose driven. And so I can't wait to hear what you're up to. And if you are that woman that is ready to step into the next version of yourself and expand your business and your life, the Dreams to Reality Mastermind is for you. Like I said in the beginning, there's only 2 spots left and we begin very soon. So please send me a message and let's get you in. If this resonated, we go way, way, way deeper into all of this kind of work. This is just the very beginning. Okay. I love you. I'm rooting for you. If you like this episode, please share it with a friend. Please also go and follow on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, because this gets us out to more people to share all of these incredible stories. Thank you so much. And we will see you on the next episode.